Ladies and gentlemen, Pimpmunk. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get what, Missy?
Wood, it's so good.
Yes, indeed. Anyways, it is August 18th, the year of and we are joined today by the great Marshall Manson. Sorry.
Marshall Mathers.
How do hello? Good morning.
And hello, indeed. And also joined by the one and only fried fat person himself, Mr. Paul Zigo.
Hello.
The star of that show, by the way.
I've been trying to tell the other two people on that show that that's the case forever.
Wait, there's other two people on there?
Yeah. There's this other couple of dudes.
Oh, okay. I didn't even fucking know.
You want to know what the fucked up thing is? They get paid the same as me. It's like
That's fucked. Especially that one tall guy. He doesn't do their shit. What's he doing on the fucking internet?
JT.
Yeah, JT or whatever. I always forget. I always have to
JT,
reintroduce myself.
Curtis? Something like that?
Yeah, Curtis. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, his brother, Eduardo.
His cousin, Oswaldo. Yeah. Everybody thinks they're brothers, but it's not true.
No.
It's not true. They're not. I think Scotty's adopted. Anyways, we are here, and it is the week of the Democratic convention thing.
Yep.
And I just love, and I'm not excited about that. I'm excited about Trump's tweets. That's what I'm excited about.
Did you see what he said when he went live during the convention about needing to get a redo? He wants.
Oh yeah. I did see this. Yeah, he was
wants
like
to win the election, so he gets the next 4 years, and then he wants the next 4 years because they've been spying on him.
Yeah.
So he needs a redo.
He said, I didn't know he said that.
Yeah.
If you
said
check my Twitter, I retweeted it.
He done said it, and the fucked up thing about it with Trump is that like he means it.
Yeah, he's so serious.
He's not fucking around. Like
No.
this is a dude that if given the opportunity would, fucking take a third term and take a fourth term. You know what I mean? So it's
He
like,
wants to be king.
well, he is. I mean, that's the thing is like he wants to be king, but when you're elected United States president, you're basically king of the fucking world. So
Well, yeah.
he's the king.
Oh, I want a new king.
Yeah. I want a better senile old bastard.
I know Biden may be a senile bastard, but he's a better one.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, dude. You know me and my fucking non-voting shit.
Yeah, and I
But-
think it's silly as shit.
Well, I mean, come slap me in the face, rough me up a
with
little
my
bit.
nuts.
Do it. All three of them, right to the forehead.
Every fucking time. I cannot say my balls without somebody saying all three of them. It happens every fucking time.
It's true. Like the other night, somebody on Ideology asked me how much would it take to blow Pimpmunk, and I was like, I'd do it for 10 mil. And then I realized that I was going to be dealing with a 3-nut load, and I was like, wait a minute, 15 mil, 15. That's a 3-nut load you got to deal with. That's no joke. That's no joke.
When I come, it's like that scene from Scary Movie where the chick's floating on top of the sperm and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty best like a pressure washer.
Lord.
Very heavy.
Don't turn your camera off, people. Fuck. God damn it.
And I think he actually had to left the
He-
call.
If he left the
He
call,
might
that's
not have
one
done
thing.
it on purpose.
Yeah.
No, I get
I
it,
think-
but once I don't know why it does that, and it clears up once I close his input out. But when he leaves and when he closes his camera off and it's still there, everybody robots.
Yeah, it does happen. For some reason, it's Shabisky's fault.
Damn you, Shabisky.
Sorry, I'll fix it right now, guys. Don't
That's
worry.
the first time you spoke this morning.
I want to see you in hacker mode, Shabisky. You should be hunched over that keyboard, slamming Red Bulls, coding.
Yeah.
Right now.
Missy, give me a Red Bull.
He is the head of Anonymous. Nobody knows that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Give me it.
Oh yeah, here.
Aren't you, Shabisky?
Here you go.
What?
You're the head of Anonymous.
Yeah. We're holding
Dude,
hands. Look.
Is Shabisky the hacker known as 4chan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
we're
Asian.
Hacker.
The hacker known as 4chan, dude.
Yeah, that's me.
He thinks that's an Asian name, by the way. Anyways, do you know what Anonymous is, Shab?
Yeah.
What is Anonymous, Shab?
It's like that group with the stupid hat. I mean, not the hat, but the mask. You know?
Stupid hat.
A lot of them do wear fedoras and shit,
Yeah.
so he's got them there.
Yeah.
Hey, Fedora. Does that mean that the Skep is a...
Dude, where the fuck is Anonymous now when we need him? They jumped all over the goddamn Church of Scientology back in the day. You remember that shit? They were like, we are going to destroy the Church of Scientology, and now the world is burning and Anonymous is nowhere to be seen. Like, where you guys at?
I heard
Didn't
something
they come
about
out
them
a few-
recently.
They came out a few months ago about something. I can't remember. And then
Did they?
then they just didn't do nothing. Though. They said they were going to release all this shit, but they didn't.
Fuck, Anonymous.
I mean,
Help.
I'm not talking shit about you, nothing. Don't you fuck me up, but I don't know. Maybe they're working on some shit. Who knows?
No, I'm not talking shit either. I'm asking for help. Anonymous, come back. Put your masks on, man. We need some help. We need you to hack.
I remember at
some
one
banks.
point, dude, everybody was afraid of that fucking group at one point, man. People they were terrified. When Anonymous popped up, they were fucking terrified.
Didn't they get like Xbox or PlayStation, like their online thing taken down for like a day?
PlayStation.
You guys,
Dude, it was longer than a day. It was
was it longer?
It was like in 2010 or something, and the PlayStation Network was down for like a week.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They-
Okay.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I
crazy.
slightly remember that.
Yeah, I do. I remember that. People fucking tripping on that shit. And, it was pretty powerful shit. I mean, to hack that whole fucking network like that.
Yeah.
You could do it, though, Shab.
Yeah. They were definitely flexing, showing how powerful. You'd think they'd be doing more stuff nowadays. You don't really hear about them anymore.
With the shit that's going on, I figured they'd step up, but who knows?
No, man. Needed somebody to hack Trump's phone, get all his pictures, get all his DMs.
Yeah.
All his nudes.
Yeah, get all his nudes, all of Melania's nudes too. Just release those too, just to make sure we get everything. There's no secrets hidden in them.
They need to find them pictures of him hanging on Epstein's island. What they need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of those.
Him and Slick Willie fucking them teens. And and even though like Slick Willie, I'm talking about Bill Clinton, of course. Even though I was always kind of a fan because I thought he was cool. But when I found out about the Epstein shit, it just he's.
I mean, like, yeah, like we don't know for sure, but the fact that Epstein's got like paintings of Clinton at his house and shit, and we know for
Bill denying like he's been on the plane when there's records of him being on the plane for like 37 times.
And then you add that to the fact that we know Bill is a pussy hound, and everything just kind of all comes together. But it's not just him though. Like so many of these men took this plane and went to this fucking place that was basically like, from what we can hear, just existed to be like, underage rape. Yeah, pedo island. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I mean, it was to. I mean, I don't guess they like. Well, it was mostly teenage girls, like 14 to 17 or some shit like that. But it's just so sick. It's just so disgusting. But there goes to show, dude. If I watched that documentary, and it blows my mind which I already knew this, but it was blatantly out in the open too. He was just
Well, that's because, like, if you think about it, his line of business is I've got dirt on the most powerful people in the fucking world.
True.
So it's like he went under the radar because the national level fucking, law enforcement folks just didn't pay any attention to what he was fucking doing. They just kind of turned a blind eye to it. And then when the Palm Beach police got involved, they reached a certain point in their investigation, and the FBI was like, yoink. They're like, no. Give us all your shit and get off this case. And then all of a sudden Epstein gets this sweetheart deal and he's right back on his island fucking little girls. It's dude. At what point, like, you know what I mean? And it's like every powerful man in the fucking country, maybe not every powerful man, but just this laundry list of powerful men from all over the world are all on this island. Mm-hmm. It's like...
And that one dude is still just walking around, and it's proven that he's done that Prince Andrew guy, whatever his fucking name. Yeah. I mean, there's pictures of him with the girl.
Mm-hmm. He's above it. He's a royal, dude. You can't arrest a royal. Come on. Nope.
Jerry Lawler's a royal, and he got in trouble for it.
That's true. He is the king. You're right.
I mean, good guy. He got away with it too, in a way, though.
Yeah, he's still doing it. He's still walking around too.
Yeah, he is. Sick. I'm talking about Jerry the King Lawler, Shabisky, who's a professional wrestler.
If these people didn't have money, none of this would be happening. They wouldn't be able to get away with any of this.
Well, no, they wouldn't. I mean, but we all know that money and power gets you a long way in this world. And
it's just sick the way that people choose to take it.
Yeah, and
the world just keeps disappointing me.
Well, yeah, the world doesn't really change that much. We like to think it does. We actually like to think that the world changes, but in certain aspects, it doesn't.
No, I mean, like, shit's always been fucked up. That's a misconception, but this time around, we're a little more fucked than in the past because there's more of us. We got more weapons. We got more, problems, like the ecological problems that we have, the economic problems that we have are a little different than they ever have been in the past. So we got our own type of shit on the horizon.
Yeah. And we're going through, I was talking to somebody today and was like, we're going through history book shit right now. I mean, the shit we're going through right now is history book shit. The pandemic, the second civil rights movement, because that's what we're going through right now, second civil rights movement.
Yeah.
And
the housing crisis that's already started, that every month is just going to compound. Like the first of September, tons of people are going to get pink slips.
Yeah.
And that 9/11 was going to be like one of the only exciting things, or not exciting, but like big things that happened in my life.
Yeah.
9/11 so exciting.
It made it exciting that way, you know what?
But speaking of 9/11, I brought this point up yesterday. We shut down for 9/11 when 2,000 people died that day. There's 1,500 people dying every fucking day in our country right now.
Yeah. It's damn near a 9/11 every fucking day.
Exactly.
And we're not doing anything about it, really.
No, I mean, we're just letting it happen. Opening up fucking schools.
There's a stunning amount of apathy towards it, like a stunning amount of people. There's even people with the attitude that the weak should be sacrificed, so we can continue with our economy and our old way of life.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's what my ex said. Every day you tell me more and more things that make me realize why you're my ex.
But yeah, it's nuts, dude. That whole argument that the old people are.
I almost got into an argument with a lady in the grocery store the other day because she was basically saying that she doesn't believe in COVID.
Oh, yeah, that shit's stupid.
I don't believe in COVID. I love it.
It's a hoax, bro.
None of this is going on, right? Like, no, you don't believe in it? None of this is real? All these people are dying? Like,
my mayor is kind of like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a mandate in Mississippi now that you have to wear a mask. Well, not a lot of people in my town are doing it because the mayor is saying fuck it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, it's the same down here. They've done mask mandates down here, and every time I have to go out, I see, maybe one or two other people than me wearing masks and everybody else just pretending like nothing's fucking happening.
Yeah, that's how it is up here in New England. Like, some of them wear them, and then you see some people like realize that everyone's wearing them, so they like pull their shirt up and walk around like this.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's funny.
Yeah.
The Dracula mask.
Or they pull like their hood up and they close their hood so only their eyes poke out. Like, that's gonna be a man. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Well,
I
I
remember-
try my best to take extra precautions. Like, I carry these little wipes with me when I go into the shopping store. I wipe down the fucking cart and everything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I have an elderly mother who lives with me, right? I'm trying my best not to give that woman COVID, and plus my fat ass is fat.
I mean, all of us fat fucks, we're at risk. Like, we're at greater risk. You know what I mean? The fatter you are, the worse off you are. If you're a smoker, it's another fucking layer of risk. It's just like,
No,
you know,
smoke protects you, actually.
I've heard nicotine might protect you.
I've heard the marijuana smoke coats the lungs. So
You
that
know who's
people
not
can't get
catching
through.
this shit though? Meth heads.
Oh yeah,
Because they
meth
got
is
all
the
those
answer.
goddamn chemicals in their body. They
Right.
got fucking. They're not. I ain't heard of not one meth head catching goddamn COVID yet.
You need to legalize medical meth for everyone
dude.
so we can get this shit fixed.
Don't tell Trump that he'll get up on the fucking pulpit and tell people do meth.
Dude, Trump is already on some kind of fucking, like, I've been watching him long enough to see that he's on some kind of medication where sometimes when he talks, he's like, you know, like half asleep. And then sometimes it looks like he's got all the fucking energy in the goddamn world. It's like somebody just popped their Adderall or whatever it is.
Yep.
Dude, he's
Because-
a trip, man.
Yeah.
And I love how he like wants to make fun of Biden, and yet he ain't no better.
Neither one of these motherfuckers should be using the he's got dementia fucking argument.
Yeah.
Okay? Like they both should table that
he made a
argument.
big deal about that fucking test he took. It was literally one of the questions was, "Is this an elephant?"
Yeah. Label these animals, and it's like a giraffe, a horse, a dog, and an elephant, you know, and he's like, I passed it. I got every question right. And they said nobody'd ever done better.
Well,
Like a
I
third
talked
grade.
to my brother-in-law about that because my brother-in-law is a psychiatrist, and I was like, he's bragging about being able to say that an elephant is an elephant. And he was like, well, they put those kinds of questions in there because they're supposed to be easy. Because if there is something wrong in there, you will give a wrong answer. And that's how they will know, okay, there's something going on up there. And I
So
was
it
like,
was-
it's still a
Get the
stupid
tip
fucking
train
thing
rolling.
to brag about.
So,
get the just-
so it wasn't. Oh, that's thank you, Purgewith. So it wasn't. It wasn't actually an IQ test. It was a mental deficiency test.
Yeah, it was like a cognitive,
cognitive
mental thing. It wasn't an IQ test.
Yeah. And we of course don't even know that he really actually passed it. Like that's the great thing about it is that Trump's doctors, they're not straight up with us.
Results.
Like we're not hearing about why he's, you know, like you guys remember months and months ago when all of a sudden we heard Trump was in the hospital and shit. Like he's got shit going on. We don't know about it. And we keep getting told that he's
a 70-year-old man.
Well, there's no fucking way, dude. Like, look, dude, I'm 40 and I'm fat as fuck. And I'm already my body's already starting to throw up those, like, if you don't do something about this, your heart's going to explode or some shit. And like, he's 70 and just as fat as my ass is. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
President ever has been. And don't you know that, Paul?
Well, I guess.
Red
I'm
meat
sorry.
that fucking long and
He's in better shape than Obama was, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, shit. But he's dude, he's crazy. He's fucking and the narcissism. Good. That's why I hate him so much. Is because it's just wow. I never like when they asked him about that one civil rights leader that passed away. What's his name? John something. Lewis something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And they asked me, what did he think? He said, well, he didn't show up for my inauguration. I did more for black people than anybody.
Yeah.
Psycho, dude.
He's crazy, dude. I don't know. I got to tell you, like, really the only thing about this electoral cycle that I'm looking forward to is these debates, man. I got to see Joe Biden versus Donald Trump in a dementia off. It's gonna be.
Now I will say this: Kamala Harris will eat Mike Pence alive.
Yeah. Well, it depends on which Kamala Harris we get. If you remember during the fucking debates, in those early debates, because we watched them all for whatever goddamn fucking reason. Oh shit! Toot.
Let's start the train conductor purge.
There you go.
That's right.
Oh my
Keep it
god.
going. Damn show needs. Paul mentioned those people having to move on one of them.
Oh yeah, you in the process.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, pimp.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
tough shit.
Anyways, go ahead. You talk about the debate.
Oh yeah, like in the early debates, Kamala came out like swinging.
Mm-hmm.
She had all this energy. She was going right after the top spot folk, Biden and Bernie.
Why don't you debate me, Paul's Negro?
Is that G-Man? Is that the real G-Man?
I don't think so.
That's a real G-Man.
I doubt it. He probably doesn't have $5 toting barrels all day long.
And the reason they said that because one night we were talking to G-Man on tap, and he actually was talking about you, and he actually said that. G-Man actually said that by accident.
Yeah.
It was,
Damn.
yeah, it was a slip of the tongue. But he
Did you
did
give
say
me?
Paul.
Is that G-Man giving me my black card finally?
G-Man does not have
Maybe.
the authority to give a black card. Not anymore.
You're right. You're right. God damn it! I
The
finally
black
get a
card's
black
not
card.
real, by the way.
I know.
I had to explain that to somebody. You know, Hannibal gave me a black card, but I tell people it's not real.
Yeah, you can't actually pull that out if you pop off in public. But anyway, like I was saying, Kamala, you know, at the beginning of the debate, she had all this energy. By mid-debate season, she was like, I don't know, man. It looked like she was just done up there. So it depends, man. If she brings it, she'll nuke Pence. If she doesn't, then she won't.
I think, but you know, even though like there's a lot of things I don't agree with both of them. I mean, honestly, Biden or her. But the thing about it is though, just watching their press conference the other day when he announced her, and then immediately watching Trump because he had to come out and do one exactly about the same time. I was like, I don't get where people say that Trump's more cognitive than Biden because they just sounded more presidential than that motherfucker did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps when Biden has somebody to bounce off of. That, like when he's left to his own devices is when he gets in trouble. That's when he starts, like when he's got somebody there in a conversation with him to keep him on track. He's okay. Trump,
and I'm voting
not so much.
Trump. That's one thing I'm doing, by the way.
Trump's got people there, and he just fucking don't listen to them. I'm sure. I'm sure they're telling him, "Fucking quit, fucking straighten up, man. You're the president, not some game show host."
I'm not sure people are telling him to quit.
Biden's this morning.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm not sure they are telling because you do know there was a leak that came out that they were giving him like false reports and stuff about the polls and stuff, and he, you know, they're just making up shit and giving it to him to read. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. They may not be having to make up shit. They may not be having to make up shit for very long because, like, after everybody said that, like, I felt so scared when I saw everybody saying like, oh, Biden's got this in the bag, because it just started feeling like fucking Hillary again. Like everybody assumed, you know what I mean?
Salty Paul, round as a ball. And I'm fat 'cause my back is bent. No tellin' where my couch from IKEA went.
I know where that couch went. It ended up at the dump here in Louisiana. It was literally like that. To add insult to injury, the couch from Salty Paul, the famous IKEA couch, was literally the worst couch I've ever owned. Pimpmunk, you slept on that motherfucker.
I did.
Hard as a rock. It was a piece of shit. It was a piece of shit. I loved that fucking thing. No, I loved that. I lugged that motherfucking thing from Washington to Louisiana, and I couldn't bring myself to sit on it again. So I said, "Fuck it," and I just threw it away.
And when you bit me over and butt fucked me on the couch, it was really uncomfortable.
I remember. I remember you complaining about it, but your complaints only made me harder.
I know it. You kept you said, "Complain, bitch."
That's right.
So happy. She got the biggest grin on her face. She was like, yeah.
Anyways.
What can I say?
But yeah, dude, the Pimpmunk kiss is another thing that gets brought up a lot, dude. A lot, constantly. People are obsessed with the kiss that we shared that one time, Pimpmunk, that beautiful moment that we had together.
Yeah, they do. And then Shabisky had a fan to take you out of the picture and put him in the picture.
It was actually really well done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me kissing him.
Yeah.
Damn, Shabisky.
For some reason, I don't kiss dudes, but every time I'm around, like, Paul and them end up kissing guys for some reason.
It's because we're all, we're all a little bit gay.
Now that you say
a
it,
little bit gay when it counts.
the one meetup I went to, some dude had a huge spectacle and made out with TJ in front of everybody. It was like a big thing. People are always making out with dudes.
Paul, could you prognosticate and detail the outcome of the unavoidable battle of Shabisky v. Gorilla?
Oh my God.
Gorilla would absolutely and utterly dismantle Shabisky. He would take that beanie and pull it down so far that Shabisky just looked like a black condomed dick. And then he would grab it like a sack and swing it around his head and throw Shabisky into the sun. And that would be the last we'd hear of Shabisky. I'm sorry, Shabisky, but Gorilla beats everybody.
What's Gorilla?
That's a meme.
Oh,
Like I started doing Gorilla on my show, like doing these fake battles where Gorilla beats everybody. People say Gorilla versus Godzilla, and I got to come up with a way that Gorilla beats Godzilla.
Oh, I knew that because I watch you all the time.
Of course. Oh shit!
I'm such a dick.
I love you, Pimpmunk.
I love you too, buddy. I
You're
really
the
do. When this shit's over, I gotta get out to Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I gotta be honest with you. I don't got a date yet, but I don't know how much longer my fat ass is gonna be down here in Louisiana. So you better hurry it up if you want to see me.
You don't like it?
No, I do not. That's putting it mildly. Louisiana was.
Yeah.
I try not to talk shit about states because I know that like different strokes for different folks. There's a lot of people down here in Louisiana that fucking love it. They can't wait. You just say the word Louisiana and they bust out trumpets and start playing jazz and start marching through the streets and shit. You know what I mean? They love it here. And look, there's a lot to love about Louisiana.
You're a California boy, though.
Well, fuck you. That's it. That's where my heart's out west. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, California and Louisiana is pretty different.
Yeah, you don't like fucking being choked to death by humidity the second you walk out your door.
Oh, man. I will tell you this, though. I'm like a superhuman now because I've lived down here for a couple of years. Because when I went back and visited home last July, not this July, but July previous, I was home back in Madeira. And that shit it was like 110 degrees outside and everybody's bitching. And I'm just sitting out in it because it's dry.
Yeah.
It feels like nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting out there soaking it up like, oh, yeah, dude, this is fucking great.
And that's what a lot of my California friends don't get when I tell them. Because when I go out to California, I'm like, this heat's not that bad. I mean, it's and they don't understand. I mean, it is hot. Don't get me wrong. It's hot, but it's not the sticky heat that we have down here.
It damn near killed me. The first summer I spent down here, damn near killed me. I could not walk outside without going into a full blown flop sweat, like I'd been running for my life from a demon or something.
It's
just
like a wall. It's like you go from inside. It's like walking into a sauna, except you're freaking outside. It's a steam outside.
Salty Paul, round as a ball. Musical note: everyone is gay for the crew. And isn't enough to make us straight. Love you guys. Keep the coolness going.
Appreciate it.
Musical note.
I mean, speak for yourself. I think MissyAnn's out here converting gay guys every day, personally.
Dude, there's no way I could suck a dick and be around those titties. Right now.
What if those titties came with a dick, though?
I'm
hypothetically.
homo flexible.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So, that's a word that I created a while back. I'm homo flexible. Like, if there's enough money, I'll suck a dick.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm of the mind that
one gay guy bi that I know of.
Well, there you go. See?
I'm not bi.
No,
But he
I
still
like.
likes dudes, but he likes girls now too.
I've got this theory that everybody has a price for pretty much everything. Like I know some people draw the line. Like obviously, you know, like I'm never gonna hurt my mother. You could throw all the money in the world. You know, I never hurt any of my family or my friends. But like when it comes to like personal stuff that's degrading or goes against your, you know, your like everybody's got a motherfucking price. Like people will say like we used to do this all the time back in the day. Me and my friends, and you know, all trying to out straight each other. Like, how much would it cost for you to suck a dick? And, you know, the answer was usually like, there ain't enough money in the world for me to suck a dick. And I'm like, you are a lying sack of motherfucking shit, dude. If there was a dude who brought a suitcase of money and just opened it up in front of you and said, here's $10 million, you blow me right now. Nobody ever has to know about it. I leave the hotel room with a freshly sucked dick. You leave the hotel room with a big bag full of cash.
Yep.
Dude, 99.9% of people are taking that deal. They're sucking that dick. That's just the way it is. It's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gave the option one time to a friend. If you was like, you'll say, well, let's see what this tip says.
Paul, I'd buy that for $1.
Me too.
Like I asked the dude one time, if a dude put a knife to your throat and told you to either suck his dick or them, no, take it up the ass or die. He said, I'd die. He said, what about you? I said, I asked him with Vaseline or without, sir.
Exactly.
Because you can get over a sore ass, you can't get over death.
No, that's true. People like to speculate what they would do if they had a gun to their head, but you know what I mean? Like when it actually happens to you, it's a different.
I know me. I don't want to die.
Oh yeah, me too.
What I'd do, I'd suck every dick in the room.
Yeah, no shit. Most people would.
I tell you, I'll never forget this. We asked my very conservative old uncle one time, would he suck a dick for $1 million? And when nobody expected this answer, he looked at him and said, they'd have to pay me another $1 million to stop.
Yeah. At least he was honest.
Yeah, he was honest. Shab does it for free, though.
Well, yeah. Nothing wrong with that, though.
Free Shab jobs behind 7-Eleven. I give them all the time.
Shab jobs, huh? I got to try this out.
Yeah. It's new. It's way better than hand jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than blow jobs, too.
Can you describe this act, potentially? Or
No, I'll show you after the show.
Okay.
He does it with his butt. But
Shab jobs, dude.
But anyways, Missy, what are you sucking on?
Yeah, oh, that's a joint. Oh, it looked like you're sucking a lollipop for a second or something.
It's a robot penis.
Is that a vape or a marijuana contraption?
It's a vaping marijuana contraption.
Yeah, it's both.
Well, I'm talking about regular vape or
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, here in a minute she'll be talking out her ass. Dude, when this shit gets high, there's some conversations. I tell you, boy.
Yeah, that's why when I got in the call this morning, I told you I was eating my morning cookie. I'm ready to. I'm starting to feel the front edge of my morning cookie now, and it's, you know what I mean.
Oh, you got me jealous. I want a morning cookie like
Even
that.
my kids made
How
fun
strong?
Yesterday when I told them what I said.
Paul, what are your thoughts on the narcissism epidemic? Do you think that Trump's presidency is a testament to the rise of narcissism in America? Do you find the data showing that egocentrism and narcissism are rising exponentially to be valid?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like capitalist society kind of breeds narcissists. It moves us towards people who live in their own little cubicles and don't pay attention to their, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, Pimp, do you know your neighbors? You probably do.
Yeah.
You're an old school guy though. Like, you know how many people I don't know my fucking neighbors. I live in an apartment complex. I live with like 800 close ass neighbors, and I ain't never fucking really.
You're also from California again.
But see, when I was in California, I knew all my fucking neighbors.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like there's this, I'm not trying to say it all boils down to that, but we've been this rugged individualist streak that we all have as Americans, or that, we're taught as Americans, has morphed into this I'm the king of my own world kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of narcissism. I think there always has been, though. I just think it's easier to spot now.
Well, like I said, they like us people who do this, what we do, the content creators. I mean, you have to be a tad bit narcissistic to do this. Of course. But it's like, how far does it go?
Right. I mean, there's a difference between, garden variety liking the sound of your own voice and, seeking power to oppress other people, So, yeah. I mean, I think that Trump is probably just a symptom of a greater problem in America. And, I've been harping about this for a long ass time, and it's getting me a lot of shit, that people on the left need to start learning how to talk to people on the right again. Because we're talking past people on the right. I'm not saying we go to people on the right and start making concessions or start holding hands with them or anything, but
there has to be an olive branch.
Yeah, to be frank, like what? Where's this leading? Like, where is this? Like, I'm shouting at you, calling you a fascist. You're shouting at me, calling me a fascist. You know what I mean? Left, right, blue, red, RD. Like, where's it going? Like what's getting done because of it? Nothing.
We're running in circles.
Yeah, I hate to quote the Bible, but a house divided against itself cannot stand.
No.
And you know what I mean? Like. There seems to be like a movement against that almost. It's like we're going in the opposite direction. We're polarizing further. We're getting to the point where we're like, we're not going to engage with this person because they have this idea. We're not going to talk about our politics with people. We're not going to platform people that don't think like us. And all that leads to is more of this division and more of this inability for human beings who basically have the same fucking plight. Like, I don't care if you're a leftist or a rightist right now. If you're working at the bottom rung of society, if you're working a fucking minimum wage job, you got the same fucking problems. And it's like, we've forgotten that. We become one people that thinks they're two people, Yeah.
It's weird, dude. It's
sad.
We live in a dangerous time.
Oh, it's beyond dangerous, man. We live in this is it, dude. This is I've been harping apocalyptic bullshit for a long time, and I never wanted to be correct, and I'm not saying that I am absolutely correct, but there are people that are always saying like, oh yeah, the collapse is coming, man. You can see it, and I'm like, no, it's happening. Like, it's not like a movie where. No. Society collapses over the, I think a lot of people have movies stuck in their head, like Dawn of the Dead, when, she wakes up and, she goes to bed one night and everything's fine. She wakes up the next day and her whole neighborhood is on fire and there's zombies roaming everywhere and people are dying in the streets and shit. I think people think that the collapse is like that because that's how they show it in movies. The big disaster happens, the aliens invade, and it's all, within the matter of a couple of days, things go from normal to shit. That's not how it happens in actuality. It took 300 years plus for the Roman Empire to finally collapse under the weight of its own greed and malfeasance. So we're in the midst of it now. Not only a societal collapse, but an ecological collapse on top of it. There's never been anything like this in the history of humanity. Like, and people don't seem to fucking realize it because it's happening so slow that we can pretend everything's fucking normal. We can still go out and look, and there's still milk on the shelves right now. So it's like, things are generally normal, but there's a time coming where that ain't gonna be true. Mm-hmm. And what then?
That's what I was gonna bring up during the virus talk. Is that there seems to be like this mass psychological thing where people are not willing to come to grips with any potential danger that is out there in the world. They're not willing. It's like they're almost unable to come to grips with the fact that climate change is really happening around them, and that this virus is really a thing. It's like their view is so easily shattered that they're scared to accept that there's real shit going on that we need to actually fight against right now.
Well, people can't get past their agendas, man, enough to just come together.
people tend to look for their agendas almost to like make themselves feel better about what they already want to believe, though. You know, it's like the way people Google shit. You know, they'll Google reasons climate change is bullshit, reasons this virus is fake. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame people from a certain perspective, because what you're talking about, like, I'm a firm believer that we may be beyond being able to fix this, or even parachute down out of it and land into something that's okay and kind of start rebuilding a sense of normalcy in this country. Like, I don't even know if we've got that option, and I think people feel that, and it's scary. Like, of course, it's terrifying to think that the world might be fucking ending, you know, but
I think we can,
you know,
but we're not, though. I think we could.
Well, a lot of people aren't. I mean, some people are. I mean, there have been people shouting from the rooftops for years and years and years, this is unsustainable. Something's going to happen. This pandemic shit, this economic collapse shit, this ecological collapse shit. People have been screaming about it, but it's like, it's when you have a sense of normalcy that's unsustainable, you'll do anything to get that back. And that's really what's at the root of people ignoring COVID, ignoring the economic problems that we're having, ignoring the fucking climate collapse that's happening, because they don't want to believe that their little comfortable life is about to be upended or uprooted or made less comfortable.
And I'm so sick of hearing people say, well, there's no way we could have seen this coming. There's been people predicting this shit for years.
It's horseshit. Yeah. We've been kicking the can for fucking generation after generation after generation after generation, just booting the can down the road for 4 or 8 years, and now the chickens have come home to roost. You can only kick the can so fucking long before it busts open and the contents are all over everybody. So here we are. And to be frank with you, this whole Biden presidency, I understand Trump is dangerous. We need to get him out of there or whatever, but Biden is just kicking the fucking can again. You think Biden and Kamala Harris are going to solve this shit? No,
but he better kick her, though.
It's true. He'll kick it a little farther down the road.
Yeah, he'll kick it a little farther. You know, I'm definitely, and people get pissed off at me for saying this all the time. I mean, every day I get emails now because I say this. I don't care. And here's why. I am voting for the lesser evil this time, and I'm okay with it. 100% okay with voting for the lesser evil this time. You may not be, that's fine. I still think you're silly for not being that way. I may love you, care about you, but I think right now we got to get rid of this problem, and then we can fucking bitch at Biden.
Yeah, I mean, the problems that I have with that, and once again, like, I don't really, like, when it boils down to it, your vote's your vote. And I'm never going to be that type of guy that's standing in front of the polling place going, don't do this, you know? Yeah. Like, I make my argument, and then I let people decide what they want to do. There's two problems I got with it. Number one, the harm reduction vote argument has been going on. I know you've probably heard it since you was a kid. You know, you're around, you're from my generation and shit. It's always, you know, leftists settling on whatever the DNC gives us, and that has led us to the point that we're at right now, and continuing to participate in that and kick the can. It's just going to make it's not really preventing suffering, it's deferring it. It's like taking suffering and kicking it down the road until the next Republican president. And then on top of that, I have a problem with voting for Biden, pledging your vote for Biden, and then getting him elected and then bullying him into going more left. It just doesn't seem to be the way shit works in the past.
Yeah.
Like your time
about bitching about it, but yeah.
But I mean that is a big plan for a lot of people, though. Their plan is vote for Biden and then use this new kind of leftist energy that's grown in this country as a result of Trump to bully him into moving farther left. I don't see that happening.
Well, that's not going to happen. He's not going to do it, but it's just, dude, I'm just so let down right now. And like I've said a million times, Biden was not my first, second, third, or fourth choice, but he's the choice I got. And I feel like it's the choice that I need to make.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You got to make your moral decision. And you know, like I said, I wouldn't stand in the way of that, but I just can't fucking do it.
But anymore. I think the whole voting cult of personality thing is weird, too. You know, look, yes, personally, here's what I think, honestly. Yes, there's a lot of things you don't agree with Biden on, but in this kind of situation, you got to look at it. Who do I agree with more? Vote for the policies that you do agree. And there is some shit that Biden's doing that you will agree with.
Well, I mean, there's some shit that he says he's gonna do. I mean,
well, they all do that though.
Yeah, well, that's my point. It's like, you know, I give about as much credence to a campaign promise as I do, you know, any other.
That's what I told people
bullshit.
about Bernie, and they got mad at me.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, people. I think Bernie probably would have done a good job, but this idea that Bernie was going to sweep in and do everything he was talking about, he would have been obstructed at every fucking point. See, that's the point.
That's what I try to tell people. Like, look, Bernie's got great ideas, but a lot of his ideas are just not achievable.
Right. So,
and people get mad at me for saying that, and people also hate when I say this. Bernie is a politician.
Of course he is.
And he's not. He doesn't walk on water. He's not perfect. And we need to, you know, if he did win, he would have fucked up too.
Of course he would have. I mean, every president fucks up. It's just
to
what extent.
But I honestly, and here's another thing that pisses people off when I say this. I think I call them Bernie bubblers, are just as bad as MAGA people.
You talking Bernie or busters?
Yes, they're just as bad as MAGA people. They're religious about it.
I mean, there's definitely a certain element of Bernie's fan base that is pretty hardcore.
And I love Bernie. I love him. I wanted him to win.
Sure, me too. I mean, you know.
Yeah, so it's all shit. But we gotta scrape through it and try to find the best.
I mean, you gotta do what you think is best. I mean, at this point,
and what I think is best is what you all should do, because it is best because it's me.
Sure, understood.
Thinks it.
And Missy has big breasts.
That's true.
That is also true. Yeah.
And Shabisky has no opinions of what we talked about so far.
I think I would love to smoke out of a Bernie bubbler. It sounds like a really good pipe. I'll take 3.
Yeah, you want some backups?
Yeah, just in case.
So since we talked about all this politics shit, I know Shabisky doesn't talk about. Let's talk about Shabisky. Give us a topic.
Well, you always got to put me on the spot, Pimp.
Because you're a fucking co-host of the show.
Well, yeah, but put Missy on the spot. She has bigger tits than me.
Okay, watch this. Missy, give us a topic.
All right. Did you see?
Wait a minute.
She's a girl.
You said quick.
Girls know how to talk a lot. What?
See, she jumped right in with a fucking topic, you dumb motherfucker. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Go ahead. Talk about astrology.
It's not astrology, actually. It was just. I know it's not. I'm not. It kind of goes along with what we were just talking about. But I saw Jeff recently put out a video of this crazy Karen lady who got thrown out of a hotel, she says, because she had a MAGA mask on and she was white.
Oh yeah, and it's the same hotel that hosted Mike Pence's Christian gathering. So it was. She's lying.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. It's complete bullshit. I mean, the same hotel hosted fucking Mike Pence and a Christian group.
I think that she absolutely ran up and down that hallway, banging on all of those doors, telling people to be quiet, and that's why she got thrown out of that hotel.
How is it that
she absolutely did that?
I haven't seen a MAGA mask yet. How have I not?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
That's because Trump went for so long telling people not to wear them. That, now that he's wearing them, the MAGA mask is like the new shit. You know, it's hard to get.
Yeah,
hard to get your hands on one.
Here's one for you, Paul.
Yeah.
The Postal Service shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see that he tweeted yesterday, "Save the post office"?
Yeah. You know, I think TJ had a great take on that. He retweeted him and he said, you know, the Ferengis from Star Trek. The Ferengis have these rules of acquisition, and I think it's rule of acquisition number 72, which is declare peace every once in a while. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. And that's exactly what Trump is doing. Mixed messaging. Here's the thing. One of the things that I actually like about politics is that it's way deeper than people think it is.
Oh yeah.
Even when it comes to Trump, like every word that he says is calculated, even if it's calculated in his own brain for a particular effect. And there are multiple people that control Trump's Twitter. So he's not the only one that tweets shit out. And for him to like at such a strange fucking time reverse his position completely and start screaming like he was always for saving the fucking post office, it's just confusing. It adds a layer of confusion to the talk that leaves people on the left going like, what do we do with that? Yell at him and say no? Like, you know, like.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. When I seen it, I was like, huh?
It's ridiculous.
But it just confused the shit out of me because I'm one of those that got confused by it. I'll be honest with you.
And I noticed like it was happening way before anybody said anything that it was happening, because like I was waiting for a whole bunch of packages, and I noticed that I was only getting mail like maybe twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this doesn't make sense. Because I used to get, for some reason, the people that used to live here signed up for every fucking flyer for every store that's in the area. And I don't know how to make these goddamn things stop. So my mailbox gets like bombarded with these things on a daily basis. Except for like the past 2 months. Before anyone started saying anything, I noticed that like I wasn't getting mail every day.
Yeah, me too, actually.
It was odd.
Yeah.
And I think this has just been going on a lot longer and behind the scenes than people realize it has. And it's just now coming to the surface because it's affecting more people.
Well, you're absolutely right. Like if you look there, I saw a chart the other day, and I could probably find it on my Twitter still. Somebody tweeted it at me, showing the post office has been dying since 2007. It went insolvent in 2008. So it went from making a slight profit, which is strange because the Postal Service was always designed to turn a profit, even though it was also designed as a public service. So the government funds it to a certain extent, but it's expected to fund itself, and it's been unable to fund itself since 2007, which, you know, that's a Democratic president oversaw that. So it's like a lot of the damage that was done that allowed Trump to do this fuckery where he's pretending that mail-in voting is this new idea when it's been like, I've voted in every election from the time I was 18 until the time I was about 30. And I never once went to a polling place. I voted via absentee ballot every single fucking time because why? What's the fucking point?
Okay, here's the thing then about that. I saw a thing yesterday, right? This lady and her this lady and her brother live in the same house, and their thingies came that they fill out and they mail back in, and there's a barcode on the back of them. And in that barcode, it said 4142R for her, and she's a registered Republican, and 4142D for her brother, and he's a registered Democrat. So why is it saying what political party it is on the outside of the envelope? Because any mail worker who's fucked up enough, shady enough, could take that and be like, you know what? I don't like Democrats, so we're just going to lose that piece of mail today. And do that a whole bunch of times.
So you're adding to his fucking argument, Missy.
I'm not.
Trump's argument.
I mean, the numbers.
I just don't know why it's on the back of it.
It shouldn't be. She's making a good point. It's not a perfect fucking system.
I think that's fake, though. I don't think that's real. I think that they faked those envelopes is what I'm saying.
Maybe they did. If there is a state that's sending out ballot applications, because right now nobody has a ballot in their hands. What they're getting is applications for their mail-in ballot, right? So if they are denoting a person's fucking political affiliation on those envelopes, then they should not be doing that. That's a problem. Because Missy's absolutely right. If you give people the opportunity to fuck with something, they will. The problem is that polling machines have been that way since before me and Pimp were born. They have been easily manipulated. The vote tallies can be changed. They can be remotely hacked. They can be physically hacked directly there and have their tallies changed. We've been shown this over and over and over again. People get a hold of these Diebold machines and show you how literally easy it is to swap the boards on them so that it tallies every other Democratic vote for the Republican. So half of the Democratic votes go to the Republican. This shit happens. Votes disappear every fucking election. We're acting like electoral fraud is a new thing.
Yeah.
During the primaries in Texas, there was a truck full of fucking, like, I think it was a couple of trucks filled with ballots that were paper ballots filled out in poor neighborhoods, read brown neighborhoods. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
It was a news story. We don't know where the ballots went. We never heard about them being found. Those people were just disenfranchised outright. Those trucks were driven somewhere.
I don't remember where it was, but there was 700 votes that were from dead people.
So, I mean, it happens. There's electoral fraud has been a thing for the longest fucking time.
Yeah. And mail-in voting is not new, like Paul said earlier. That shit's...
Yeah, I just think to put something like that on the outside of the envelope, if it's real, you're just like, you're asking for it to be fucked with.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I honestly don't think that's real.
It may not be. I haven't heard anything about it. But if it is, like I said, they need to stop it. It ain't a perfect system, but there's no such thing as a perfect system.
No, everything we're going to do can be fucked with and will be fucked with at some point.
If we wanted to save this fucking electoral system, we could, but nobody's going to do it. We need a national online voting initiative, which means we've got to change the way the internet works. Like we have to have
easily too, though.
Well, here's the thing. Now it could be fucked with easily.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got infinite accounts. Everybody can bounce through infinite VPNs and be as many people as they want to be.
Exactly.
We'd have to deal with that first and give people I've been pushing this 2-account solution for the internet for a long time, and people think it's fucking crazy, and I can understand why, but I think that when you're born, you should be given 2 accounts, basically. Well, actually 3. 1 account for when you're a minor. I think that there should be a place called the Kindernet for children, where if you're an adult, you can't even get on it. It's a like you're given like a social security number when you're born. You're given a login when you're born, and until you're 18, it only takes your ass to the fucking Kindernet. That ends a whole lot of that shit. If a fucking parent uses his child's login to troll for fucking kiddie porn or whatever the fuck, pretty easy to find, right? Pretty easy to fucking track that down if there's not a million fucking accounts. Then when you're an adult, I feel like you get 2 accounts. One of them is anonymous. Doesn't have your personal information on it. You can call it whatever you want. You can be Mr. 3 Balls or, whatever name you want. Pick whatever picture you want. You don't have to say your name. And you can, interact and say things that might, get you in trouble at your job or whatever. So your freedom of speech is preserved. Then your second account says Paul Parkey and gives the state you live in and blah, 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 blah. It's like a public account. Those are your 2 choices. You use your public account to vote. It's verified in the same way that a social security number is verified.
I like this because, like, I was thinking about this with the phone. Like, when the phone was first invented, there were a lot of weird rules. Like, hey, don't use it in case it's an emergency. Someone, like, well, who the hell are you going to call but your neighbor on the other farm?
Right.
Through the switchboard. But over the years, we've developed phone etiquette. We say hello when you pick it up. Etc., etc. Same thing has to happen with the internet and social media. We have to develop that etiquette, but there's way more involved because it's so accessible.
Just think about that. That's absolutely true. And think about the other problems that this would fix. Not just trolling, right? Because if people only had 2 accounts, one anonymous one where they could come and be like, Pimpmunk, you suck, and fuck you, cigarette, and then you ban them, and then what choice do they have?
Yeah.
They can come back on their real account with their real name on it and say the same shit, and you can ban them a second time, and then they're gone forever, or they can fuck off and go find somebody else to fuck with. So there's just that. But that's not worth changing the whole fucking internet over. Trolling is you can deal with trolling without that. But what about, like, foreign influence in social media? What about Russian and Chinese bots pushing narratives on fucking Twitter and making it look like people believe certain things and gathering up people into beliefs that are counterintuitive to their own fucking well-being?
No.
He froze up. I thought I froze up.
The internet heard him and killed him and censored him.
Yeah, dude.
You can't be talking about this.
The internet was like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to change me, bitch. Anyways, he'll be back, I'm sure. I thought I kind of froze up twice already during the show. I thought it was me for a second, but then I realized it was him.
They've been saying that Louisiana internet is apparently really bad. Like him and TJ have both been having issues recently. So,
oh yeah, Mississippi's internet is pretty fucked up too. So we're close to each other anyway. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with my internet too. So Paul speaking against Big Brother's algorithms. That's what happened. That's why. Well, anyway, since Paul is frozen up, it gives us an opportunity to do. What do we do in the second hour, Missy?
We demand.
We demand of the E is what we do. I tell you to give us money and you do so. In the description below, Shabisky and MissyAnn Booleanenator, all three have a Patreon. Please get down there, click on those links and throw them some money. They deserve it. I also have a Patreon. I have a Streamlabs and a direct link to PayPal. And I will put my Cash App in the chat room. If you want to tip that way, please tip. Much, much needed. Much, much appreciated. That's about all I gotta say.
We got to keep the tip train rolling. It was coming in there for a minute.
Yeah, I need to get that tip train keep rolling because I damn sure need. Oh, tomorrow on the show we got Grampy Lobster and somebody else. I think. I don't know.
Fucking somebody.
I think I booked somebody, but I'm not sure. I may have not booked nobody. Maybe I have to find somebody to book. So anyways, Missy, Shabisky's got something on his lip.
Uh-oh. Got a little poop on you?
A little poop on his mouth.
Little poopies.
Actually, I did think he had something on his lip, but it's actually something on my screen. There we go.
Starts eating it.
He ate it. Pimp's gonna find someone to book. Maybe. Anyway, that was a good conversation till it got into. I think TJ got mad at Paul.
I like the idea he was putting out.
It's a good idea. It's a
I could see it like being developed. I'd be worried about like when they're trying to implement something like that, like corporate interests trying to get their fingers in there or something, fuck it up.
Well, I mean, always try to do. Well, I think the first thing we need to do, as far as election-wise, is get rid of the Electoral College.
Yeah.
That's what I
Absolutely.
The Tip Train would be a great name for a sick horror flick about penile mutilation.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, that would. Thank you for the tip. That would be a good title. But yeah, I think the first thing we have to do is get rid of the Electoral College and deal with that other shit. Because there's no reason. I mean, we can count each individual vote now. We can do that.
Yeah, I'm not actually too educated on the Electoral College. I've heard arguments for it that make sense, but also it's like it seems pretty common sense.
At one point, they didn't have the technology to count each individual vote.
Right.
We now have that technology.
You had all these farms, right? All these farms and ranches, basically. That's what the colonies were, except for, the little cities that had started, like New Amsterdam, which is now New York. And then you've got, you've got all these people that just spread out, so they would pick a representative, the elector, to go vote in their stead for a group of them. And that's where it comes from. Mm-hmm. And that's the best way to do it when you're riding horses to the place where you elect. It's perfectly makes sense when you're doing that. But when we've got a signal that I can say I voted this way and they can see it instantly at the other end of the wire, it don't make any sense to ignore my vote at all. It just I understand people get pissed off. Like in Pimpmunk's case, Alabama's a red state, right?
Yeah, but I don't live there.
Or, sorry,
Mississippi.
Mississippi's a red state too.
Yeah.
Alabama and Mississippi and Florida. Florida's one of those swing states, though. Florida's a swing state. It'll go both ways. But Mississippi is a red state. But that could change if they count. If enough people get out and vote, they will count. Then their vote will count, and that's what I don't think they get. Like, you have to get enough people out there. because the elector is not going to go vote against the popular vote in their particular area, because then they won't be an elector anymore.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, I mean, whether you like her or not, Hillary won the popular vote in 2016 by 3 million votes.
It's true.
I mean, it seems to make sense to me. That seems to be the most fair option, that everyone gets an individual vote and that is individually counted.
One vote.
Exactly.
One person, one vote, yeah. And we have the technology to count those votes now, so there's no reason why we shouldn't do that. Somebody said in the chat room, the Republicans are the ones that usually defend the Electoral College. Of course they defend the Electoral College, because most of the time when the Republican wins, they lose. In most cases, when the Republican candidate wins, they usually lose the popular vote. So that's why they like defending the Electoral College.
And they're the ones that they're the ones that have manipulated it too, gerrymandered the districts so that the Electoral College works in their favor.
I watched a short documentary on gerrymandering. That shit is wild.
Welcome back, Paul.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry, folks. Swamp internet strikes again.
I knew it. I was right.
Gotta love it. Imagine how fun it is trying to.
Death yesterday.
Imagine how fun it is trying to run a show where all three people are based in Louisiana, but we're all meeting remotely.
Oh God.
Yeah. TJ was having a hard time the other night. I remember his shit kept cutting out.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than doing a live show and getting cut off. It pisses you off to the point. The other day it happened to me with my internet. My internet goes out all the time too. I have Mississippi internet, so it fucking sucks.
Yep.
But it just makes me. I throw things.
Yep. It sucks. It picks the worst fucking times. I swear it'll go down like we shoot like mid-afternoon, like early afternoon usually is when we start shooting for the day, like 1, 2 in the afternoon, and it'll go down like at 1:30, you know, and it's just like, is this planned? You know, are you just, am I being planned to be fucked?
I think so. Well, what it was earlier, I think the internet heard you talking all that shit.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah. Right. And the powers to be said, fuck you, Paul's ego.
Mm-hmm.
And shut you. And by the way, when you left, Shabisky started talking mad shit about you.
I figured he would.
Always
It's
does.
okay though.
Sorry, I was just mad about the gorilla thing earlier. I thought for sure I was gonna kick his ass.
Just nobody kicks Gorilla's ass, dude.
Why?
It's impossible.
But I'm a big tough guy.
Gorilla, let me give you a list of people that Gorilla has beaten, okay? And you tell me if you're a big tough guy.
Okay.
Gorilla has beaten the Predator from the movies, okay? Gorilla has beaten Godzilla. Gorilla has beaten God himself.
Oh damn.
These are all opponents that Gorilla has faced off against.
I don't recall fighting Gorilla.
You have not fought Gorilla yet.
No, you said God himself. I don't recall that.
Oh, I see what you mean. Pass that over here, Shabisk.
Yeah, those are my boogies.
I'll take some of that.
I want to see Pimp take a big dab. It'd be so
I
fun.
have. Well, Paul's seen me on dabs before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Pimpmunk dabbed out, crabbed out, slabbed out,
Oh,
smoked out, choked out.
Yeah.
Is that when he was like comatose? Or were you guys telling a story of him like unresponsive? Like really
That was the
fucked
night
up?
that TJ drew a dick on my face, and that
There was
Louisiana.
multiples. The first time was the first time we all met in L.A. and I had a California medical card, so I went down and got a bunch of like medical grade marijuana
Well, it went
edibles.
legal, wasn't it? That's right.
Yep. And I had like a bunch of gummies and a bunch of cookies and a bunch of shit. And I warned everybody, I was like, take a little bit of this, take one gummy bear and see how you feel in 30
I ate a
minutes. And
bunch.
nobody listened. They just reached in, grabbed fistfuls and started eating. And
Well,
I
like
thought
gummy
it was
bears.
fucking weed
they were gummy bears, yeah.
The
And
worst
then,
are the worst are the brownies. The 100 milligram
The brownies,
brownies. Yeah, you eat that whole brownie because it's about the size you'd get when you were in school. You know, as a kid getting school lunch, you get that little brownie. It's about the same size, but it's 100 milligrams. And if you're not used to doing weed at all, and you eat one of those, you're gonna feel like you're gonna die. You're not gonna die, but you'll feel like you're gonna die.
Yep. Dude, I've got a batch of cookies that I came across recently, and my girlfriend's been eating like a quarter of one and getting kind of, getting a good buzz going. And then last night she ate a little too much and just like, she didn't freak out or anything. She just had a bad experience with it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you gotta, like with the more, it ain't like it was back in the day. Like when I was a kid, all you really got was weed, and the weed that you got was nowhere near the quality that it is now. It's like, it's a whole different fucking ball game. You got to be careful.
When I was young, the weed was that bricky shit where you break it apart and you had to take out all the stems and seeds yourself.
Oh yeah, brick pack. Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky because I grew up as a teenager in California, so a lot of people were growing right there. But we used to call it brick pack Mexican, and it was smuggled over the border, brown as fuck, seedy as fuck, shitty as fuck. It's like you had to smoke 3 or 4 joints to get a head change off of it.
You buy a quarter, get like 2 bowls out of the thing.
Yeah, because you picked out all your stems and seeds and shit. Yeah, terrible days, man. We live in beautiful times when it comes to being a stoner. I'll tell you that much. That shit Shabisky's cooking up right now. I could only dream of that shit when I was young, man. Fucking concentrated everything that makes you high about weed with none of the fucking plant matter and shit. Just straight out THC, straight to the lungs. Look at him. He's about to be on Planet Zordon, that motherfucker.
He's so heavy. No, this is like water for Shabisky. He dabs too much.
He did a stream a couple weeks ago. The first stream, he drank a tincture that was 750 milligrams. And the second stream, he did another tincture and 2 chocolate bars, and they were each, the chocolate bars were each 500 milligrams. And I don't remember what the tincture was, but
yeah, dude, it sounds like Shabisky and I need to meet up and have a fucking weed off and see who passes out first. See who taps.
Oh, damn.
You probably got a head start on me, though, because I can't get that dab shit where I'm at. You fucking piece of shit.
That sucks.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, you definitely should move.
It's jank.
Can Paul tell Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
What's this? What meme is this? Can somebody fill me in on this meme?
You don't know about Dusty the cockatiel. Okay, this dude actually owns a cockatiel bird named Dusty, and he does this shit all the time. Gets people to call him a beautiful bird, and then I say the owner is weird because the owner is fucking weird. He sends me videos all the time of him farting in public and saying it's for Pimpmunk.
Oh,
yeah, well, but nice. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Well, Dusty is a beautiful cockatiel. He's a beautiful bird.
But
there you go.
Weird dude.
Yeah, I've got a dude that comes into my ideologies called Lord of Duck, and he raises like 3 or 4 ducks, and he just talks about them in my chat. Like he uses ideology as a place to like yak with people about his ducks.
You've heard of Evan LeFavor?
Of course.
Yeah, he knows.
He was over here on the stream the other day, and we were talking about it, and he said something like, "Oh, you don't believe in ducks? Like I don't believe in ducks, or something about people not believing in ducks." And he was like, "Oh, you don't believe in ducks?" And he went, "Ducks!" And all of a sudden, these 3 cute little baby ducks appeared.
Yeah, he had some ducks in his house.
God.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Spec in the chat room wants to know, Paul, do you still have that uranium? Was it uranium?
I gave you.
Tell him to hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Hold on 1 second. He'll be right back. You actually told him that. He can hear you, Paul. I don't know why I have to tell him when he actually
Tell that motherfucker. I'll be right back.
Missy, can you tell Paul? Can you tell Pimp I said hi?
Yeah.
Pimp. Shops.
Oh, Marshall, did you know that pumpkin pies taste like pumpkin pies?
Yeah.
Missy, can you tell Pimp that I didn't know that?
The reason I said that because yesterday she was saying that McDonald's was selling this pumpkin pie that tasted just like a pumpkin pie. Bro. I'm like, well, that's what it was, Missy.
She was like, it tastes just like a pumpkin pie.
It tastes like a pumpkin pie. It was a fucking pumpkin
really
pie.
Stoned, okay? I was really stoned.
Like just
unbelievable.
Like a pumpkin
You were. Yesterday was fun because you were that high, Missy.
I got this cheeseburger that tastes just fucking like a
Yeah, we
cheeseburger,
did
I
all
swear to
that.
God.
We went through all that shit yesterday saying all that. Go ahead, Paul.
Snozberry tastes like a snozberry.
I
So
said that.
to answer the question from the chat, I do indeed still have the uranium I was given in LA.
Yeah.
Little tiny nug of uranium, man.
Oh, cool.
Just a little bit of nuclear material.
Smoke it.
That is
So-
Yeah, I've
cool.
kind of wanted to pop that open and smoke it, but I think it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Put it in a joint.
I don't know that I'm
Probably.
even supposed to have it. I don't know how the guy got it. I don't know if it's legal to have it. But whatever,
think
I've
of
got
it.
it.
This never happened.
I flew with it, so they apparently didn't care about that. I thought about
Is it-
that when I was going home from LA. I was like, I've got like a little bit of uranium in my backpack. I wonder if this is going to be a problem.
Is it 238 or 235? Do you know?
You have to ask the dude in chat. I don't know. He's the one that gave it to me.
They gave it to you.
Bay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I just
My apologies. I did not know.
So spec
Yeah.
is it the good stuff or the bad stuff? Is it stuff that's falling apart quick or falling apart slow?
It's not like weapons grade specs. It's U 238.
So
okay.
the non
Weapon.
more dangerous version. Got it.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I got that shit. I've been actually, I wanted to like make like a necklace out of it or something. So I can hear it rattling in there. It'd be cool to like have some uranium around my neck.
That
Bring on the
uranium
nukes.
looks exactly like uranium, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's non-fissile. That's a good thing. That you can. It's not suitable for use as fuel in a nuclear reactor. Thank you.
Damn.
Oh,
Would
here
it
you go,
be
Paul.
would it be dangerous for me to hang that shit around my neck and have like a little piece of uranium hanging right by my chest?
Good question.
Who knows?
You
What
get
do you
this little
think? You
cancer
think-
spot right there, like on your chest. Just
Yeah.
on your
think you
skin
should eat
going
it.
in.
You know what? I'll take Shabisky's advice on this. Should I do it or not, Shabisky? You seem
Yeah.
like the type of guy
Yeah,
that
eat it.
knows. Eat it? Okay.
Chug,
Yeah.
chug, 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 chug.
I'm not
I
eating
want to see
it.
what happens. You'll become a fucking superhero or something.
When the person gave this to me, I was like, there's a chance that this is bullshit, but I'm keeping it anyway in case it's not.
It's just
So
a
there you
nugget,
go.
this poop or something in there.
Spec says
Yeah.
Or their poop.
Spec says the glass stops alpha and beta, which is true. So like the only thing that's coming out of there is gamma, but if you ate it, you would be getting all of it, alpha, beta, and gamma. So don't take it out and put it in your stomach. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it right here in this little tube, and it'll stay there forever.
You probably wear the tube.
I can picture you being like a Fallout character with it around your neck, you know, like a child of Adam or something.
Yeah, I like
Fucking
it.
Cool.
Bring on the nukes, dude.
Bring on the nukes, bitch.
I think at some point it got liquidy in there too. Like there's not a lot of liquid, but I think some moisture crept in or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Not good when it sweats, Paul.
There's some
Spec's gonna be
glowing
like,
green.
That's bad.
There's some glowing green juice in here. In there that I don't want to deal with that.
Give it
Yeah.
to a spider and have the spider bite you, and you'll be Spider-Man.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I didn't think of
Spider
that.
Paul.
You become spider fat, man.
Spider.
Spider fat man.
What?
Spider fat man.
Sammy, why'd you call him fat?
True.
You can imagine he's trying to swing from the webs and he breaks them. He's not. He's pulling down buildings and shit. Whoop.
Shit.
No, if he was spider fat, man, it'd be ready for his weight, bro. Okay.
Pulling down big old fucking cranes and shit, trying to swing on them, bending them as I go by.
It wouldn't be webs, it would be spaghetti noodles.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Fat Spider-Man. Look out. Just like, a fucking villain's trying to get away in a car, and I just hit it with the webs and sit down.
Yeah.
The car's just like,
Yeah. Fucking,
You ain't going nowhere, criminal.
you fly, you know how you fucking soar through the sky. People underneath you like, I hope the fucking web don't break. God
You
damn.
gotta beat that to me. You like get him stuck in the web and I'm like,
Yeah, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could wrap them up with the web and it's like suck all the juices out of them and shit and get fatter.
Instead of a web on your costume, it'd be fucking waffles.
Yeah, I like it. Dude, the only way people would know that I was on the case is they'd be walking around the city and it would look like a solar eclipse when I passed overhead. This big shadow. And they'd be like, oh shit. Fat Spider-Man's on the case.
Can someone develop this into a comic?
Oh god.
One issue. I need at least one.
Dude, Marvel needs to do like a bizarro fat whole like superhero world where it's like they go to the world where all the superheroes still exist, but they're all fucking giant fat fucks.
Yeah.
Remember
Fat
the
Wolverine.
Simpsons?
Yeah.
Remember the Simpsons episode with Spider Pig?
Yeah.
Spider Pig, yeah. Oh, there's already fat Spider-Man out there, by the way. I just looked it up, Googled it.
Really?
Yeah,
But
there's
thing
actually
happened
fat.
that we used to have.
There's a picture with fat Spider-Man looking like he's about to butt fuck Fat Flash.
Oh. Fat Flash, man. Now that's an interesting one there.
Yeah, that's pretty. I'm gonna put it in the side chat here.
Don't get him running too
Fat
fast.
Flash.
Don't get him running too
Oh,
fast.
shit.
Inertia's the
Oh, I
thing,
thought-
and he won't stop on a dime.
For some reason, my brain went to Flash Thompson, like the bully. So I pictured him like about to fuck the bully from high school, not
Wrong
the actual
Flash.
Flash. Yeah.
Wrong Flash, buddy. Yeah, so. Yeah, I tell you what, you can't be original these days, man. Somebody's already thought of it.
Dude, the next frontier, you know how we're like trying to get people of color and women to have bigger, places in movies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're trying to diversify up the way people look in movies. Where's the fat representation in movies, pimp?
I know it, dude. I don't know. I want to.
When's the last time you saw a movie where the fat guy was the hero of the movie, or a fat woman was the hero of the movie?
Mall Cop.
Mall Cop. Okay, Paul Blart Mall Cop. That's one.
Yeah, but it's always comedies.
Yeah, because we're always falling down and shit and bumbling our way through shit.
Can you think of a serious like drama where the fat guy was the lead?
No.
Has Philip Seymour Hoffman? I'm sure he's done somewhere. He's like a hero.
Like P.S. Hoffman was not fat though. He was chunky.
Dude.
He was like chubby, but not
He was
fat.
chubby.
He wasn't like, I mean, anytime a fat guy's the lead, it's always a comedy.
Yeah. We're talking like that kind of fat.
Yeah.
I mean, I am.
Bounce and shit.
I can't think of one. You got a point.
There is one. I don't think I've ever seen one.
No. There was that movie Shallow Hal about the guy that saw a fat chick, but all he could see was a hot chick, which was kind of like just insulting fat people.
Yeah.
I can think of one. Wasn't there a movie called like Precious?
Precious.
Like
yeah, but that's a fat chick though.
That's a fat chick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a good example though. It counts because she is a fat lead in a dramatic role. So.
Yes.
That's a pretty good movie.
But now fat girls are getting their respect these days. Now, fat dudes don't.
No, that's true.
But here's the thing: fat dudes don't bitch about it like fat chicks do. We don't really give a shit. I don't give a fuck. But I would like to see a role with a fat dude. Take it being serious, and because let's face it, and everybody like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it'd be cool to see a role where a fat dude isn't just like a buffoon, like where he,
or the bully.
Yeah, or the bully. Yeah. Because like, what happens now is like the fat dude, if he's the hero, he doesn't like beat the robbers or whatever in a way that's cool. He like trips and falls on them or something. You know what I mean? Whoa! And he just like, and they're like, oh no! So he accidentally gets to be a hero. Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Fat people have saved lives.
And the thing I brought up about the bully, if you think about it, in like all these movies where the kids are bullying the kid, it's always the fat kid bullying the skinny kid, which in real life, it's the opposite fucking role.
Yep.
The fat kid's the one that's getting bullied.
Yep. It's true. It's the truth.
But you know, and if it was a fat dude in the lead serious role, it's probably gonna be a black guy.
Yeah, that's probably true.
In today's world, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
But I want to see a fat dude kissing up on Sandra Bullock. God damn it!
Yeah, let a fat dude get the girl. What about the Nutty Professor? But that's another one where he's just like a buffoon.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of that was, and it was still a comedy, but it was kind of serious, and I can't even think of the name of it. It starred John Candy, and he works like a funeral home or something.
Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name
of the movie. It was kind of serious.
Yeah.
But it still was comical in a way. So yeah, The Darkest Hour. That's what it was called.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell, but I remember the movie for sure.
So I tell you what, I want to be the first lead fat guy in a serious or action film. I want to see my fat ass jumping from a train onto a goddamn helicopter.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Helicopter, like when we jump on it, it dips.
It's like everybody falls out but me.
Made it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to see. I'm gonna be the first fat lead. That's gonna be. Hey, you know, I got my own company now, Fat and Funny Boy Productions.
I saw that.
Yeah, we're gonna start. It's gonna be my movie.
Sweet.
It's called Fat Man Train Helicopter.
Sick. I can't wait.
That's the only scene in the movie is me jumping from a train onto a helicopter, and then it's the only fucking scene.
That's it.
Where do I get tickets? I'm ready.
Yeah, dude. Sandra Bullock's on the helicopter with her legs open wide, pussy flashing.
I'm ready.
Not Sandra Bullock. It's got to be a black chick. 'Cause I only date black chicks. So it's got to be some black chick. Beyonce up in there with a pussy flashing.
Sweet.
Oh, good.
With jamming the Jay-Z tunes.
I like it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fuck Beyonce, you gotta put Jay-Z on in the background.
You got to.
That's the way it is, dude.
Dude, musician cucking, that's like an extra layer of cruelty. That's fucked up. Like, I'm gonna fuck your girl to your song, bro.
Oh, but Paul, if you fucked Beyonce, you'd have to play Jay-Z music.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I mean,
absolutely.
Fuck.
It's like if I fuck Kim Kardashian, Kanye would be bumping.
Yeah.
Swoop diddy whoop, poop diddy whoop, whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever he raps these days. I don't know, something about Jesus. I don't know.
Dude, I'm a fan of Kanye. He could do whatever he wants. That dude could release an album of him farting into the mic, and I'd buy it and find a reason it was brilliant.
I think people need to stop being. I think people need to help Kanye and stop being scared of his money. I think Kanye's fucking literally got issues, mental issues.
He does.
And they need to help him.
Mad respect to fucking Dave Chappelle. When that shit was going on, Dave Chappelle showed up at his house and was checking on him, and they posted videos together.
The thing is, though, is like Kanye is a particular issue because it's like, how do you help Kanye West? How do you help a dude that has enough fuck you money that he doesn't have to listen to anybody?
Exactly, dude.
We talked about Dave Chappelle because we covered it on a Grease Trap or a Flash Fried or one of the little side things we do. And we were kind of ripping on Dave Chappelle. I know his heart was in the right place, but he was just basically enabling fucking Kanye to continue to, you know what I mean? Like, because there's no, what do? You can't tell Kanye shit.
Like, that's the reason he needs somebody who isn't. That's the reason I hate that his mama died.
Yeah, well, that would have it would have helped for him to have that guidance for sure.
Yeah, because a mama don't give a fuck if you're rich, right?
No,
mama don't give a shit. Mama will tell you whatever the fuck she want to tell you because she's mama.
Right.
It sounds like his wife is really trying, but it's getting to a place where it's because he's like starting to push her away. It seems.
Now there's a chick right there that's honestly, we all want to shit on the Kardashians because it's easy to shit, but she has done some good shit lately.
Yeah.
Fighting for people who are wrongly convicted and stuff, and we got to give props where props are due. And she's using her power for good.
Well, not only that, but she's pretty graciously dealing with something that's real hard, having a husband that's got out of control, untreated bipolar, and she's being, she's in a position where not a lot of people are. There's a lot of people that live in situations like that where they got a partner that's mentally ill, but they don't have the whole world looking at them, And I guess props to Kim K for holding up under that and coming out and being compassionate to him and, all that shit. Like, that's got to be the hardest fucking thing in the world.
I have a new respect for her. I'll be honest with you. I really do.
Yeah.
Because she like I said, she's doing good things. She's putting up with, she's handling that situation like a boss. And speaking of other wives, you did see what's-her-name slap Donald's hand away coming off the helicopter the other day.
She hates his fucking guts,
dude.
She
does, dude. She hates him.
Really?
Oh, you can't tell that the Melania don't hates Donald?
No, I mean, like, I didn't see her slap his hand. I know that she hates him. I didn't see her slap
She's
his
done
hand
it a couple of times, right? Around the time he was inaugurated, they were walking together. And he tried to grab her hand, and she just basically did the, just pushed his hand away. And she did it again the other day. They were coming down off the plane, and he, reached over like you would with your wife and tried to grab her by the hand as they were walking together down the stairs, and she just kind of like pulled her hand back.
Yeah.
So she's.
As soon as he's out of office, they're getting a divorce.
Oh fuck yeah! That's almost a guarantee. It's like they're together so that there isn't a big scandal and they can get a quieter divorce, because that shit, like, her body language is undeniable. She hates his fucking guts.
Oh, she hates him.
I often wonder what his youngest feels about him, because he's starting to get older now, and I kind of feel bad for that.
You see that video of them?
He's like at least 6'5" by now. He's huge.
Yeah,
he's TJ size.
Young.
He's TJ size now, and he's 14.
Yeah.
He's 14? That's
14.
Crazy.
Yeah, and he's tall as fuck.
That motherfucker, like, he's legitimately, it's a possibility he's going to be 7 foot plus when he's done.
I think he's going to come out to be a different cat, though. He just looks like he's going to be.
He was raised, I don't have a clue what Barron is going to be like. That dude was raised under some of the weirdest fucking circumstances that a child can be raised in. Talk about a kid that's never fucking been exposed to reality. Barron Trump, you know what I mean? Golden spoon and then some.
There's some of his drawings out there, and the way that he even just like depicts women in his drawings is just. He's definitely got his father's influence, let's just say.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those, but I can imagine.
Well, I've heard about these drawings, but now apparently those drawings were made when he was like 10.
I mean,
so even then, like, why is a 10-year-old drawing like a woman with gigantic boobs and a tiny little waist? To. Like.
He's exposed to a totally different world than we are.
Yeah, but it just like shows what he's being exposed to.
Yeah.
I remember during Trump's
I've always had a certain I'm sorry, Marshall, do what now?
No, I was just gonna say, I remember during Trump's victory speech in 2016, he looked like he just did not want to be there. He was like rolling his eyes and shit.
Too.
Yeah.
I've always had a certain empathy, I guess you could say, for kids that are raised in that kind of situation, especially president kids.
Yeah, it's got to be weird, man.
Yeah,
because like people are not going to treat you the same. Because like fucking Obama's girls, Malia and Malika, they went to like a public school.
Mm-hmm.
And, can you imagine? Like, of course, they're going to have tons of friends. They're going to be super popular, but nobody's going to be real with them. You know what I mean? Like, they're all going to be treated like they're like royalty.
Yeah.
But
I will give Obama and them some credit there, though. They did try to raise their kids as normal as it possibly could.
That's true.
how normal can you be with Secret Service following you around the rest of your life? Like the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's point. But they did try.
Yeah, and I mean, I got to give it to Trump, too. He's not, like, parading Barron around everywhere. That's why we're always so shocked when we see Barron, because he's grown another foot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's been pretty good about not. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's doing it like you got to give him that. He's doing the best he can to keep Barron out of the spotlight, I think. And there's a certain amount of that you're going to have to be in, but he's not always with him, and he's not always on the news, and that's good, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, being raised in that environment, there's no accounting for what he's going to turn into. But he's going to be a Goliath.
I hope he turns out different than motherfucking idiots Trump's got for kids.
Well,
wouldn't it be crazy if he grew up and became like a great president and not like a shitbag?
Became the greatest, most liberal president of all time.
The Skywalker arc, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He ends up killing fucking Trump at the end.
Throwing him down a pit.
Throwing him down a pit. But Barron, I am your father. And I know fathers.
Yeah. I was the best father. Why are you doing this?
I was a tremendous dad.
Yeah, I could see it happening. No, I don't know what that dude's going to do. Like, when you're 7 feet tall, there are options. Like, he could be a basketball player. Dude. Just dunk on fools. Just be a big old center.
Yeah, but he looks too... No.
I don't know, dude. He's 14. He started working out and shit, putting on the fucking muscle and shit. He could be a big-ass fucking center. He'd be swatting away them jumpers.
Yeah, but like you said, ain't nobody gonna, like, you know, fucking play against the president's kid hard.
I would. Dude, if I was in the NBA, I'd be fouling fucking Barron Trump every chance I got. I'd be charging that motherfucker.
I agree with PT. He is too lanky looking. He's, you know...
Well,
he is a lanky
that awkward stage, though. He can fill in.
But
he's 14, man. Like, when I was 14, I was like a little mushroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, he like, that year, 14 to 15, 15 to 16 is when I went from, like, 5'7" to 6'1".
Yeah.
So, he's still got that growth spurt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, whoa. He's a giant.
I was a pretty tiny kid when I was, like, really young. Like, I was real skinny. I was a sick kid, though. I had a lot of issues. And I was bullied and shit. But, yeah. Then I grew, like, at 13. Shot up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was
Same thing happened to me.
That was me.
I was a little athlete when I was a kid. Like, I played soccer. I ran everywhere. Played baseball. Played pee-wee football and all that shit. And then puberty hit me. And it was just like...
Well, now, as a high school student, I was actually kind of in shape, which I was a big guy, but I played football.
Sure.
I ran 5 miles a day. Even though I was a big dude, I did a lot of exercising because I was really good at football. So, yeah. But then after high school, man, I found sandwiches.
Yeah, you discovered sandwiches.
Yeah.
Between the ages of 12 and 13, I grew a foot in one summer.
Oh yeah,
that was me. I was just like 5'2" or something when I got out of school. I was like just your average kid at 12, right? And then by the time I went to high school, I was 6'2", and people just like, what the fuck happened to you?
I'm 22. Happens. I'm still waiting for that growth spurt.
It's one coming, of these days, dude. Man. Any day now, Marshall. Any day.
It's gotta happen.
I tell you what, my tall. I was 6'1" in high school. I'm 6 foot now, so you will shrink.
Oh yeah, I've shrunk. Definitely. I'm probably under 6 foot. I just don't want to know it now.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot now, but I was at one point in my life I was 6'1".
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think it's just old.
It happens. Yeah, it's fat and old too, because it just compresses all that
it's
shit.
Like a certain point, I'm sure you've reached this point by now, that you get where you just like really don't give a shit no more.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't like me? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that happened to me around 35. I finally just gave up on people liking me. I was just like, I don't fucking care. I don't got time anymore. I don't give a shit.
I want you to like me, but if you don't, okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna work hard. I'm not trying to
Oh, I'm
make
not
you
putting
like
effort into it. Fuck that shit.
I ain't got time.
I can be eating.
Yeah, I ain't got the energy, man. I got shit to do.
Only people I want to like me is beautiful black women.
Well, there you go.
And beautiful white women too. Look, I'm not a racist toward my own people. I'll fuck a white bitch, but black pussy better. I'm just saying.
Well, I wouldn't know.
You've never had a black girl?
No.
Oh,
I gotta be honest with you, dude. My sexual history is very, very racist. It's very, very.
You son of a bitch. You know how my infatuation with black women began? I realized I did not know this for a long time, but when I was really young, I didn't you know this, I didn't have access to the internet, right? To porn. I didn't have a lot of porn magazines around. I had access to Soul Train.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. I used to watch Soul Train too.
Yeah, and them black girls up there dancing made my little willy wiggle, and ever since I just had an infatuation with black girls.
Yeah. See, I tried to trace my.
And plus, I was raised in the fucking hood.
Yeah, that'll help too. I try to trace my preferences in women too, and like I've got it pretty nailed down. My mom's a redhead, so they've been off the fucking table. Like I can't, like, I'm not saying I wouldn't date a redhead, but I just haven't. And you know, I know a lot of guys love blondes, but all my little sisters are fucking blondes and shit. So I'm a brunette guy.
I'm a brunette. Dark hair, brunette, black hair, brown. Yeah, I've always been. Now look, don't get me wrong, I've been white. My ex-wife was white.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, it's just preference, I guess. But yeah, I prefer dark-haired girls. Short girls is my thing. I don't like chicks taller than me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like the first woman I ever seriously dated wasn't taller than me, but she was tall enough to like, you know, see eye to eye with me and shit. That didn't bother me, but I don't think I could date somebody taller. I think that would
fuck a midget so damn bad it's pathetic. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
You could probably make that happen pretty easy, pimp.
If there's any midget fans out there, dude, I'll fuck even if you're a dude.
Dude, I'll get a hold of Peter for you, dude. Peter.
Oh yeah.
Peter comes to our meetups. He's a dork.
No, I was joking about the dude part, Paul.
What if he did up his makeup and shit though, and looked all cute?
I don't know.
Tucked
Peter's
it back.
pretty cool. You could have a good
From
time.
the waist up, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a booty.
No, I said the waist up.
Were you the one that came up with midget spinner? That you put the midget on your dick?
Yes.
Spin it? Okay.
Yeah, but they have to have no legs though.
Oh.
A legless.
Spin them with legs because the legs don't stop them.
They just gotta lift them.
Legless. Yeah, they have to be legless. That way you sit them on there and spin them like a motherfucker.
This got darker. Okay.
Yeah. Spin them like a top on the cock, baby. You know what I'm saying? I do. I would look. My dad was legless when he passed away. And he used to laugh at me for saying this, but I want a fucking amputee. I really do.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
The legs ain't getting in the way. You don't have to hold them and shit. You just like, you can just look. No hands.
Freeform it. Yeah. Freestyle it. I mean, amputees need love too.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I want a woman with no vocal cords.
Wow.
Because you can't scream right. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, you're canceled, Pimpmunk. That's
Put
it.
the disavowed up.
That's it.
Put it up.
Cancel Pimpmunk.
It was a quick moment of flashback edginess. I'm sorry.
I was never on the show.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse was on the show.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey,
So
everybody.
you're saying Disney supports rape?
Shab thinks that Mickey's really here right now, so just play along.
What? That's Mickey.
Hey, yeah, it is. You're right, buddy.
Hey.
How
You want to take a dab? Let's take a big fat dab, Mickey.
Mickey wants you to touch his private spot.
Okay.
Yeah, please do.
I'm coming over, Mickey. Where'd Mickey go?
Could you, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey.
I see Raising Girl in the chat room. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? Anyways. Oh, by the way, that train stopped. I need to hear the choo-choo again, motherfuckers.
Chugga chugga.
Yeah, 15 minutes left to the stream.
Left to the
Get
stream.
some last minute tips.
Don't Shabby look like a burnt match with that fucking beanie on?
Yeah.
A little bit.
He does.
Looks like a struck match.
He does.
Stop.
Stop.
Guys.
That was the gayest stop I've ever heard in my life.
Stop.
Stop.
You guys, no.
Stop, guys.
Damn, Missy shoving them things in our faces right now. She's like, y'all pay too much attention to him, motherfucker.
I got titties over here. What
Now,
the
she
fuck?
really ain't moving. They just stick out like. Don't cover them up. We love them.
What the fuck, Missy? The viewership's going down. Missy.
Now there's nobody watching. Now it's just
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Missy, come on. Yeah, oh, we're getting them back. All right,
here they
cool.
come.
By the way,
Back.
guys, since we are getting closer to the end, remember tomorrow we got Grampy Lobster on and somebody else. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Somebody else.
And so that'd be a good show. We appreciate it if y'all stop by.
cool. That should be good.
Damn.
Good stuff, Pimpmunk.
I don't know why John Morgan was timed out, but he was timed out.
You must have been talking some shit.
What the
Oh.
fuck is this?
He was talking shit about the mod. Okay, never mind.
This is
damn,
a tip
this-
for 777, 777, 777, 777.
Wow.
I don't think it worked 'cause you only gave 20.
Yeah. But just
You
keep
typed
giving
in the wrong
20s
spot.
and then
Yeah,
eventually
just-
it'll get there.
You'll catch up. Thank you, PT. We appreciate that. Oh, Marshall said he'll suck your dick later for it.
I will.
Marshall, I'm gonna discuss this before the show's in it. What is up with you and your wife and this fucking blue clothes hanger, dude?
Their child, I told you.
On every goddamn time when his wife is on, when he is on, they've always fucking with that damn clothes hanger.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
And I
To be
thought
honest
she
with
was
you.
gonna pop on today and say hi to Paul.
I think she's asleep.
She told me she asked me, I said, can I just at least jump on and say hi to Paul? I've never met Paul.
She is a huge Paul fan.
Why though?
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh, man, he's awesome. Look at him.
I mean, look at him.
Not love that.
I think she doesn't
Everybody
want to.
should be a Paul fan. Paul's awesome.
I think she doesn't want to be annoying, but
Well, she can't help but.
Oh, she ain't gonna annoy me. She got me a cool ass sweater, dude. I still wear that
she
sweater.
literally was like, anytime I'm watching her, she'll like pop in the room. She's like, is he wearing the hoodie?
Yeah, dude. She just gotta wait for it to not be summer, and
Yeah.
it's right back on.
Yeah, you
That's
definitely don't
that's
want
my
to
favorite hoodie.
Cool.
Message her.
Getting gifts from people is awesome. I like getting gifts.
Yeah,
I had-
gifts.
Yeah, I had somebody give me something a while back. They sent it to the mail, and it wasn't a kind of gift I wanted because it was a dildo, but still.
I mean, like a free dildo is still better than not a.
But I
No
got
dildo.
boxes of those motherfucking dildos. My mom's a dick dealer.
Well, I mean,
At
hey,
least your neighbor didn't steal it from you.
Dude, what,
That's
baby? I didn't hear you.
At least your neighbor didn't steal it from you.
Oh, that's right. Missy had a neighbor steal her Amazon dick.
really?
Yeah.
You had a dick coming, and then somebody took it off your porch?
No, she ripped the package open and left the package in the
Your
mailbox
mic's fucking
and
up.
took the dildo.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm
That
sorry.
is horrible.
Did you
I
finally
hate
get
motherfuckers.
another dildo?
Yeah.
Did you get a
Yeah.
replacement dildo eventually?
Yeah, did you get a
Yeah.
replacement?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good.
Told you I was always available for replacement.
I'm not going to your mom to get a replacement dildo.
My mom's got fucking. What it is, dude? My mom. There was this person who had a big business in that shit, and they went out of business, and my mom bought them out and started selling them.
Fucking A. I mean, there's a market for dildos. It's capitalism 101 right there.
But she did it right. But she bought it right before the pandemic, and so it's hard for her to sell them right now. But yeah,
Dude, you got to set her up a website because during the pandemic is when dildos are needed the most, man.
Yeah, you just got to ship them.
Women need dick. Get her a website set up, get a fulfillment company, make her the dildo queen of the world. Yeah.
Pocket pussies.
Yeah, I got some pocket pussies in there.
Yeah, you got it. Well, like that shit right there, that's hot potatoes right now, man.
Do you have the Fuck My Big Black Ass 3000 with the drip tray and the battery power?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to do it.
I'll take 2.
Yeah. That's a long title. Oh, I tell you, funny story.
It's a long
You're a bunch
dildo
of dirty
too.
ass losers.
You're a bunch of dirty ass.
Oh shit! Look who it is.
Thank you, Brett Keane.
Yeah, I don't think
Thank
that's
you.
the real Brett.
It's him.
It's you.
The matinee, dude.
Real Brett Keane.
Matinee.
Anyways, my mom's her brother bought one of the pocket pussies, and there's a gel that comes with it, right? Well, you have to buy it separate to put on the pocket pussy, so the lube it. Well, he accidentally took out some shit that you're supposed to put in the motor of one of those fucking vibrator deals, and he put it on his own pocket pussy, fucked it, and
I
almost burned
wasn't
his dick
talking
off.
any shit, pimp. Red Eye came in
no.
unprovoked and decided to time me out for the hell of it. Red Eye is a man in his 40s with the emotional maturity of a 12-year-old.
Oh, the
He loves
cringe.
throwing fits when people disagree with him. It is what it is.
This is potent.
Yeah, it really is.
Red Eye's just laughing in the chair.
I was gonna say I can't really disagree with John Morgan on this at all. I just can't.
Dude, I gotta tell you, like, my favorite kind of complaints are the ones that come with a $20 bill attached to them.
Yeah, fuck, complain all you
Yeah.
want.
Tell me all about
Thank
Red
you,
Eye.
John.
Tell me some
Spend
more.
So that means like he gave the $50 tip earlier too. So he's given $70 and he got timed out. That's a good sport right there.
You can complain all you want. I don't give a fuck. Give me 100. You can call my mama an old bitch.
I love it, dude. My favorite kind of complaints, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I used to have people actually pay to come to my private shows just to flag me.
It's like, all right, fair enough.
You paid a good amount of money to do that. Look at the image that Marshall's frozen in. Well, it went away, but it's still there. Look on the screen there.
Yeah, I see it. Looks like he's ripping a fat fart.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Marshall.
So we got 7 minutes left of the show. When's y'all's next thing? Oh, wait a minute.
Red Eye
There he
hates me
is.
two paper. High five, John.
There you go. Red Eye making you money, man.
Red Eye's making me cash.
Get
Piss
out there
him
and
off, Red.
keep banning these motherfuckers, Red.
Yeah.
Get them pissed.
The more
Time
you
'em
piss
out.
them off, the more they give you money. Fucking do it.
Time them all out.
Anyway, so what's up with y'all's show, man? You got anything coming out today or tomorrow, or the next week?
Yeah, we're recording today. We've been pre-recording a lot of shows, so we're doing 4 shows a week. We released 2, so we're recording today. We record every day this week, all the way through Sunday. So busting our asses trying to make a show. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You guys
Y'all do a good show too. Y'all do a good show. I
know how
watch
you
it all
do
the
it.
time.
Yeah, when I'm we're trying to get ahead of the game so that when it comes time for everybody to move, it's like the show never stops. You know, we can
I had a
be.
question about that. So you guys, so if you're moving away from, I assume you're moving out of state.
Yeah,
So you guys built like a whole studio though.
dude, COVID fucked everything, dude. Like we've been wanting to get out of fucking Louisiana for years, and it's just like I think COVID pretty much just pushed us over the edge. Like I don't know when it's gonna happen. It might be a couple more years before the show is able to be in a position to do it, but we are angled towards that for sure. Like we're not staying. I don't want to die in Louisiana. I'll go anywhere else. So. But we're working on that, trying to get ahead of the game. It's going to be nice when we get a certain amount because we can all take a little bit of a break. It's been a long time since I've been anywhere or done anything other than this. So, you know.
I know, dude. I miss traveling.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Dude. I took a trip at the beginning of the year. Went out to San Francisco, but I ain't been nowhere since. I had like 3 or 4 fucking trips planned this year, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, missed VidCon and everything. Hated that shit. Paid for it and everything.
Fuck.
Well, we did get the money back for the tickets, but not the hotel.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, I blame Marshall.
I'm sorry, man.
Be our first VidCon too.
Marshall, yeah, it would have been Shabby and Missy's first VidCon. Of course, I would go every year, just about.
I was just salty because I wasn't invited, so I canceled the whole thing.
Yeah, we don't like you.
I'm sorry. I know, but I'm trying to work through it.
You cheated on me and married someone else.
I'm sorry. Did you see the thing I fucking tagged you on Twitter? Where it's like, bro, babe, same thing? Because Shab's always calling you fucking babe.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
It is, though.
Accident.
Bro and babe is 2 different things.
Shabisky calls you babe?
He calls me babe. And then here's the thing. If somebody else said it, I probably wouldn't be as bothered by it. But the way he says it, it just...
Shabisky. The
What?
fuck, man?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
Dude,
normal.
you don't look at your brother like, what's up, babe? I'm like, what?
Hey, baby. He's so casual about it, too, though.
Babe,
It's, like,
calm
genuine.
Yeah, he means it. That's even what's worse, is that he's not joking. He means the babe part.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. You're my babe, pimp.
No, Shabisky, you don't know what kind of violence I can do to another man's body, do you? I can fuck you up.
I think you're getting him hard.
It looked like it, didn't it? Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Getting
ain't
me a
helping
bit
myself
excited
here.
over here.
I'm not helping myself any.
Tell me more, pimp. Tell me more.
Tell me more, babe. He's such a weirdo. Are you going live today, Shabby?
Yeah, I stream
For
every
8
day.
hours?
Yeah, every day, 8
Oh.
hours.
I don't see how you do that shit, man.
Dude, I'll get bored, and I'll be like, I bet you Shab's live. And he is, every time.
Yeah, well, I did a random stream yesterday, and somebody said, how you going to go live when Shabisky's live? I'm like, he's always fucking live. It's hard not to go fucking live.
That's because when you went live, I'm like, that motherfucker pimp going live when I'm live, stealing my viewers.
Of course I'm stealing your viewers. People
Piece of
like me
shit.
more.
No, it's because you barely stream. So like, yeah, we can get 5 minutes of pimp real quick. You know?
Yeah, you're
I'm
right. I
always
do
there.
barely stream anymore. Shit, I used to stream
I'm
all
smoking
the fucking
cigarette.
time. I'm too old for that shit now. I can't do that no. That's a young man's game.
I just got to take a break. Like, that's my thing. Is like,
Yeah.
I'll go, because like right now I'm in the thick of it, man. I'm streaming all the fucking time. I'm doing streams whenever I can, but eventually I'm going to burn out and you won't see me for 6 months. It's just the way it works.
I'm going to be sad, because I need my ideology, dude.
Yeah.
I need it too. I'm so addicted to watching.
Oh, Pimpmunk.
No, I do watch. I watch a lot of people. Just I don't really talk in the chat rooms.
Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of YouTubers either, and it's no fucking like when you work the job, it's just like watching YouTube's kind of like the last thing on your list to do, you know? Like
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I get like when I get out of here, I usually like Netflix, Prime, or some shit like that. You know,
yeah.
I'm not much on talking to people.
I've been stuck on this serial killer series that I found on Prime. That
Really?
I'm loving.
I'm waiting for the second season of The Boys to come out on Prime. That fucking show's awesome.
Yeah, people keep trying to get me to watch that show.
Dude, it's awesome. The first season was amazing. Now, people make fun of me of the shit I watch because I do have a guilty pleasure. I do like watching like competition reality shows like Survivor and Big Brother. I do get into that shit. I know people like, people same reaction Marshall just gave. Like, what?
Dude,
I find it entertaining.
I'm all about that shit, dude. I'm not even joking, dude. I even like the ones that aren't like structured like that. Like I like Hell's Kitchen.
I do like Hell's Kitchen.
I was a big fan of Flavor of Love. You remember that shit back in the day?
Yes.
Oh man, Flavor of Love was the shit.
I like
Wait, the guy with the clock?
Yeah.
Flavor Flav. Yeah.
Wait a minute, watch this. Watch this, Paul. Before we go, we're going to have to go here and say, now this is a guy who's a rapper. Shabisky is a rapper.
Yeah.
Name me what rap group Flavor Flav came from, Shabisky.
Well, I don't know.
See?
Man, you got to learn your hip hop history.
I'll give you a multiple choice.
Oh, yeah.
NWA, Run DMC, or Public Enemy?
Run DMC.
No,
Wrong.
you can't be serious, bro.
Wrong.
That was he handed it to you, dude.
I gave it to you. It was Public Enemy, bro.
I meant that. Yeah.
That one.
I just,
wait a minute. That's not the worst, dude. We was doing a thing with him, Paul. Listen here. Of putting pictures up and say, can you recognize this star? We put a picture up of James Brown. He said Billy Joel.
Billy Joel?
He did.
What? I don't remember this.
Billy Joel.
Fake news.
It's a little out of the wheelhouse. It's not even a close guess.
Nah, they were trolling me. On my screen, it was Billy Joel.
I'll never forget that. I almost lost my shit when he said Billy Joel.
Dude, next time I come on, I want to do that shit with Shabisky. I want to see. I want to participate in a game of can Shabisky name the fucking international celebrity.
Dude, he didn't know who NWA was. He didn't know who 9 Inch Nails was. He didn't know who Rolling Stones were.
Dude, I want to get together with Shabisky and have a smoke/freestyle off, dude.
There you go.
Where it's like every before you start freestyling, you got to take a fat dab, and then you got to freestyle, and then I got to take a fat dab and respond to your freestyle. And the first one to fucking give up loses.
Oh damn.
We might both be we might both be dead at the end of this, Shabisky.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll die a happy man.
The first freestyle battle ever to end in the death of both fucking participants, dude.
You'd be rap
awesome.
legends forever.
All right, guys. Well, we do have to go. It's that time of day. We appreciate you, Paul and Marshall, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's been a good show as always with you guys. Love you, dudes. Yeah. So that's it. Tomorrow, Grampy Lobster. That's pretty much it. Hit that kill button.